Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. More importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where we teach the tenets of Leykis 101. There's always a new crop of students. Here we are, the fall semester of Leykis 101. And I want to remind you of some of the basics for those of you who are relatively new to class. Leykis 101 students are proud to be known as jerks or a-holes. We do not take that kind of criticism seriously. We consider it a compliment. Leykis 101 students know that the only reason a man goes on a date, quote-unquote, is to get laid. We don't want to get to know a woman's intellect. We're not going to bother asking you who you're voting for president. You don't even know who's running in most cases, ladies. We don't care about your little job or your problems with your ex-boyfriend or your cat or your dog. We just don't care about you because we just met you. What would make you think we want anything more than to see your knockers? That's what we want when we meet you. We spend that first date, if you will, figuring out what you look like without your clothes on, calculating how long it would take to get from wherever we're pouring booze down your gullet back to your place. We are not listening to a word you say, and we can't hear you. And we're proud of it. Leykis 101 students don't spend more than $40 on a date. Zero is optimum. We know if you buy a woman champagne, lobster, it's not going to make any difference because a woman decides in the first 30 seconds whether or not she's going to have sex with you. Ever been with a woman who doesn't bring, like, clean panties or doesn't have her diaphragm with her or she doesn't have a toothbrush or she doesn't have clothes for tomorrow? Chances are you're not getting any. Bottom line. Leykis 101 students don't go on coffee dates or lunch dates. These are filibusters by those little attention whores who just want you to spend time and money on them, but they have no plan on having any sex. We know that chemical inducement is the way to get you to have sex with us. Alcohol being legal is the preferred chemical inducement. I'm not saying it's the only one. I'm saying it's the only legal one. No doubt about that. Leykis 101 students don't tolerate women talking on the cell phone during a date. If they do talk on the cell phone, we get up and excuse ourselves, then we leave. We don't stay around. If she's a bitch, we don't stay around. We get out. A Leykis 101 student will not buy a woman food on the way home from being at the bar or dance club. If we are drinking, we need to get to the shortest distance between 2 points. From that glass of booze to a pair of bed sheets. As fast as possible. Anytime a woman tells you that she's going to take you to the 13 Coins in Seattle or she wants to go to Cantor's in L.A., she's letting you know she's not going to have sex with you. Let's take Cantor's as an example. No woman is going to have sex with you with pastrami breath. It's not going to happen. It's not. Believe me, women know when they're going to put out, and they prepare. They eat in advance. They pack things, take things with them. Because women will use these things as an excuse. Leykis 101 students also know not to approach women in packs. If a woman is with 4 or 5 of her friends, she's not going home with you. In fact, her friends will all make fun of you. No matter what you look like or how good a job you have, they'll all make fun of you, if only to make her feel bad about going home with you. A Leykis 101 student would never respond positively to the following statement. Speaking of groups of 5 or 6, if you want to buy me a drink, you have to buy drinks for my friends. Don't ever do that. You're better off not buying drinks for any of them and saying you don't buy drinks for chicks. They'll respect you. Because most guys are pussies. They just start opening their wallets and start spending. I might add this rule that I get so much mail about it, I have to add a rule to Leykis 101 this evening, and here it is. Leykis 101 students, do not take strippers seriously. If we have given money to a stripper, something I do not endorse. Your professor is totally opposed to handing money to a stripper, okay? But if you handed money to a stripper, you do not then say, what do I need to do to get in her pants? What do I need to do to date her? What do I need to do to go out with her? That woman is using you for money. She is a human ATM machine, and she only accepts deposits. There are no withdrawals. We don't date strippers on the Tom Leykis show. We do not date them in the Leykis 101 classroom. We just don't do it. The only way we would consider doing it is if absolutely no money has changed hands. And I challenge you to have sex with a stripper without any money changing hands. I challenge you. Bet you can't do it. Are there exceptions to every rule? Sure there are. But I'm telling you, most cases, strippers just want your money, and they don't give a rat's ass about you. Period. And I pop my pee on purpose. Okay. So, Leykis 101 students, by the way, know that girls' night out means she's going to go do something else with someone else, somewhere else. When a woman says she needs space, she really needs space to have sex with other people. We know that. We do not answer the phone on the weekend, boys. We let the answering machine take it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. The only women we go out with on those nights are women where we are guaranteed to get sex. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are nights where we would consider going out with somebody when we don't know what's going to happen. Don't waste your weekends on chicks who don't put out. Don't give them the pleasure of having known they've taken up a weekend night of yours where you could have been getting laid. Never let a woman know that you're not getting laid. If you're going through a dry spell, never, never, never let on. Never. Always have her believe you're out on the weekend, you're busy, you're dating, you're having fun, you're always banging other chicks. Always appear to be in demand. Now, these are some of the basic rules of Leykis 101. Basically, as your professor, I am here to help you avoid serious commitment, avoid relationships, avoid marriage, to avoid wasting money or time on some big-mouth broad who just wants to sit there and eat up your entire evening with blah, 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 blah. I'm here to keep that from happening. Some of you may have questions for your professor. Some of you may be angry at your professor. Many of you disagree. I think a little classroom discourse is good. So whether you agree with your professor, whether you disagree, or whether you simply have a question or you need some advice, you're talking to a man here with a lot of experience. Let's say hello to Chris on the Tom Leykis show.
Hey, Tom.
Yes?
Hey, I got some serious problems, buddy.
What's your problem?
Well, the other day I was at my buddy's, and we're partying and finishing 18 and some shots of tequila. I stayed the night with my girlfriend, and I woke up and I guess I proposed.
What's the problem?
She thinks we're engaged.
Right. All right. Well, first of all, pal, how long have you been a 101 student?
Nah, not too long.
What are you doing with a girlfriend?
Just trying to get some play.
Pal, you can get some play without having a girlfriend. I mean, don't you have any confidence in yourself?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, if you do, you don't have to have a girlfriend to get laid.
Yeah.
Why do you have a girlfriend?
I don't know. I'm kind of a commitment guy, but...
Why? You're too young to be a commitment guy.
Yeah.
You're too young.
Wait, yeah, you're right. I don't know, though.
So you're going to tell her you were drunk, and if she doesn't like it, tough. You're going to move on.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, are you? No, you don't give me all right.
Well,
if you don't agree, I want to hear it. Be a man. Tell me why you don't agree.
I agree, but there's a little setback. Well, I kind of gave her my checkbook.
You what?
Yeah, my checkbook.
Why?
I don't know.
When did you give it to her?
That night. That night.
And is she using it?
Nah, not that I know of. I called. No checks have been used.
Well, how about you close that account or change the account number?
That's a good idea.
Or
she's not crazy. I don't think she'd do anything irrational.
I don't care.
Yeah, that counts.
She should take out 0.
Yeah. I hope so.
No.
I don't think I signed any checks, so I don't think she can get anything. But
Chris,
well,
when you hang up this phone, you're going to call customer service at your bank immediately.
okay,
And you're going to close that account.
got it.
No way around it. You tell them you want to transfer the money into another account, that all those checks are invalid.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them that the checkbook was lost or stolen.
Got it.
You're not really sure.
Okay.
Okay? Because you really aren't sure. You were drunk.
I was wasted.
Right. And what do you like? You think now you're obligated to marry her because you were drunk and she thinks you're engaged?
No. She told her mom, and now I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Pal, you were drunk.
Yeah.
You were drunk. Right?
Got it.
So you're going to say, I was drunk.
I was drunk.
We are not engaged.
We're not engaged.
I am not getting married.
We're not getting married.
Right. What are you sighing about over there?
Oh man, it's been a tough week.
What's so tough about this? Are you a man or a mouse?
Nah, I'm a man.
All right, so what's so tough about this?
Nothing.
Well, then, you know what? First, you're going to make sure those checks don't get cashed.
Yeah.
And then you're going to call her up and you're going to tell her, by the way, you know I was plowed. I was faced the other night.
Yeah.
So you know I didn't mean it when I said I wanted to marry you. And you are not going to be intimidated if she has a problem with that.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Big man now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, big man now who needs to have a girlfriend to get laid. Oh, no. No, pal. She may tell you she wants to break up with you.
Oh, that's cool.
Woohoo! You lucky guy.
All right, Tom.
All right, wait. I'm hearing you sighing again. Why?
No, it's everything you say is word is the Bible, man. It's got to be done. I don't know.
By the way, let me ask a silly question that I love to ask when I talk to guys like you.
Yeah.
Are your parents still together?
Oh, yeah.
They are. They're married?
Yeah.
Where's your dad in all this?
He doesn't know about it.
He doesn't know about it?
No, none of my folks know about this.
Uh-huh. Your dad would kick your ass, you know.
Oh, you would beat it.
You need someone to kick your ass.
Yeah.
You better get to work, my friend. Thanks for the call. Telephone number, it's Kyle on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Kyle.
Long time, second time.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom, I'm from Brazil, and I just would like to know if you think we could export Leykis 101 to Brazil.
Oh, absolutely. I was in South America, not Brazil, but I was in South America about almost a year ago now. I was in Argentina, Uruguay, Peru.
So you think we could apply that there?
Yeah, I talked to a lot of men when I was there, and they were asking me what I do in the States, and I was explaining what I do, what my radio show is about, and we got into talking about 101. Some of the guys spoke English. They translated for me for the guys who didn't understand.
I see.
And I was explaining to the guys what we talk about and what some of the rules are. And you could see by the looks on their faces, they were all giving me thumbs up and going, yeah.
Good job.
That's what they're like, yeah.
Gotcha. I left Brazil when I was 19, so I was too young to even get a lot of chicks. And so I've been listening to you, and I was really wondering, when I go back, can I apply those rules in Brazil, and would that work?
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, in South America, you don't need the rules as much as you need them here because America is the home of the bitch.
Exactly.
I mean, this is where the women chop their hair off and get fat and brag about being large and in charge and all that stuff. So you really, really need 101 here. Having been now in South America, I would say the women that you just don't have to play these kinds of games to that extent. But I do think it would be just as effective, if not more so, there.
All right. And one second question, Tom. Do you think that being a jackass or a ass is like a matter of personality? Do you think that a good guy can become an ass? I have some friends that are pussy, and I've been trying to tell them some Leykis 101 rules, and man, it does not work.
Well, they have to take it to heart. They have to follow the rules. A lot of guys who are pussies are afraid to follow the rules because they're pussies. I mean, you have to take what I'm telling you, and you have to be bold and brazen about it. You can't be afraid. You've got to treat women like crap. You've got to give them backhanded compliments. You've got to not spend money on them. You've got to not give them the attention they crave. And they come around. Women love being treated like crap. The more you forget to call them, the more you're unreliable, the more you say mean things to them, the more they come back for more. And some pussies have a hard time believing me, but you just got to trust in what I'm saying. Eric on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay, Eric.
Oh, ask me if I care. Come on.
No.
All right. Anyways, the reason why I'm calling is that, okay, I'm 27. My girlfriend's 27. She's like 5'9", 110 pounds. We've been dating for about 7 months, and my big question to her is like, why don't you want to work out with me? And she goes, well, it's not me. I don't do that. So like, I'm figuring, man, if I'm gonna marry this girl, like, you know, what's the
wait, you said you're dating her. Now you're marrying her?
Well, I mean, you know, for future.
Oh, look, if you want her to be in good shape, and you want to get married to somebody in good shape, you shouldn't be having a serious relationship with somebody like that.
Yeah, well, she's like my best friend, you know?
Well, she's like your best friend, except you have sex with her.
Yeah.
No, the answer is no, unless you want to be with somebody who's going to be 175 pounds eventually.
Uh-huh. Which
is what happens to women who don't work out when they get older.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm afraid of, you know?
Yep. Well, you know what? You can be friends, and you can have sex with her once in a while, but don't be getting engaged.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she doesn't cook, you know? It's like, if we have kids...
And she doesn't cook.
Yeah.
No, Eric. There's 2 red flags. How many do you need?
How many
red flags do you need?
I don't know, man. Like, even when we watch sports on yesterday's topics, I got to go upstairs to her bedroom and watch it, man.
Pal, that's 3. Strike 3, you're out.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I love her.
Pal, you're a fool.
Yeah, I've been with a lot of chicks.
I don't care.
Date a lot of strippers, too.
I don't care. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
No, don't you see what you're walking into here? What, you have to go to another room to watch sports? Why in the world would you tolerate that? Didn't you hear what I said on the air this week about giving up your essence?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, when she was young, her family didn't watch sports.
I don't care. You did.
Yeah.
You're not giving that up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Tom.
And you're going to watch them whenever and wherever you want.
I hear. I know where I need to go, but...
Away. That's where you need to go.
Yeah. Hey, can you take...
Murr James on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Tom, I've got a problem with my girl.
Why?
My girl, I've been with for about 2 years, and I feel I found the kind of like the perfect girl that you say, like, you know, fold my socks, make dinner, or whatever, all that kind of stuff. And everything's been great up to probably about a couple months ago, and the sex part of that about it is just not there anymore.
And who's not interested anymore, you or her?
I believe it's me.
You're not interested anymore?
Yeah.
Is she not as good looking as other women you've dated? Not as good in bed? What?
No, she's been the best that I've ever had so far, I'd say.
You're just bored?
Yeah. Or it's bored, or just, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's bored. You know, I just don't know if it's time to move on to something else. But I mean, she feels so right to, you know, to maybe get engaged.
Yeah, but you know what though? If you're not happy in bed, you're gonna have a very unhappy marriage.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no 2 ways about it.
The only thing that really hangs me up, I think, is just her insecurity about you know, me going out, let's say, with the guys or something like that. Now she lets me do it. It's just that she just doesn't like it. You know, that type of thing.
What do you mean she lets you do it?
You're right. She doesn't let me. I go ahead and do it. You know, go ahead. Let's say go out to my buddies and hang out in Hermosa Beach or something like that. But she's just not happy about it. Say the next weekend or whatever.
She's not perfect, is she?
No, it's not perfect. But who is?
Well, you said she was.
Okay.
But now we find that there's at least one imperfection.
Right. Yeah, I want to
And-
find out how many red flags I need to see here.
Well, that's one.
Yeah.
All right, now, is that why you're not interested in sex with her anymore, or are there other reasons?
No, not that I can think of offhand.
So just one day you looked at her and said, eh.
Well, I mean, I got, probably an argument with her, and
What'd you argue about?
going out and doing something that, in an area where there might be other women around, and she's just not happy about that.
So you have a jealousy issue here that goes beyond going out with your friends.
Correct.
That's another red flag.
Okay. Now, she was living with me. I kicked her back out. Not kicked her out, but just said, hey, I'd rather just have the place to myself again. And that went okay.
She moved
Got her own
out.
place. Yeah, she moved out.
Is she dating
And-
anyone else?
No.
How do you know?
Pretty darn sure. She's, she just always wants to try to make plans with me, and I'm trying to, either, because I'm trying to go out and maybe see some other people too, But also I'm looking at trying to find the right person,
Why? Let me ask you this question. Why are you looking for the right person? Do you need to get married this year or something?
No.
Well, you're looking for the right person. You're a guy. You just need to get laid.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
That has to be your mentality. There is no right person. The right person is the one who looks hot and rips her clothes off and says, come on in. That's the right
She
person.
does that pretty much, It's
No.
just that I'm not,
But
she is hot and all that, I mean, great body.
But there's issues there. There are such issues, you kicked her out.
Right.
All right? I mean,
I can't-
we went a long way from the word perfect, didn't we?
I guess. I mean, we.
You know what? The perfect person, you don't just stop being interested in having sex with them.
That's
if they're
true.
perfect.
Right.
Or even close to perfect. And my guess is there's other issues here you're not even able to verbalize or not talking about.
Just that, she's, anxious to get married, but I'm not really that crazy about it. But, I want to make sure the person's right.
Well, if you're not crazy about getting married, why would that even be a problem? Did you tell her you don't want to get married?
Yeah, she knows that.
And she nags you about it?
Not as much now, since she knows that I'm not really, she just...
So she
wants
did
everything
nag
to
you
go
about it.
perfect now. Now it's like, everything's got to be perfect.
Well, because once you tell them that you're not interested anymore, then you're a lot better. You're right all the time.
Exactly.
Everything you want is reasonable. When you tell them you don't want to be in anymore.
Right.
But when you are when she's got you where she wants you, when she lives at your house and has your front door key and has your ATM card and makes you dinner and folds your socks, believe me, she thinks she has you over a barrel. And so then she tells you all these things that I want to get married, I don't want you seeing your friends, and I don't want you doing things you enjoy doing, and I'm afraid you're going to go out with other chicks and all that other crap. So do you see how much bargaining position you got by telling her to get out?
Correct. Yeah, I gained a lot.
And the minute you let her move back in, the same stuff will start all over again.
Right.
Because
So
she
I
will
just need
feel
to
that
get
she
rid of her
won.
completely.
What?
So I just need to get rid of her completely.
Well, I'm just telling you, you clearly have issues here.
Right.
And not only that, you're in a vulnerable position. I think if she harassed you enough about getting married, you were just talking about getting married to her.
Right.
But you don't even want to get married. Which means her brainwashing techniques have had an effect.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get married.
Not right away. I mean, like I said, if I found a person without these issues, I guess I would get married.
All right, so now we've even taken it a step further. You might want to get married, but not to her.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Didn't you essentially just said that to me, didn't
Yeah,
you?
basically I did.
So, now, you need to tell her that.
All right, then.
Tell her that. And then, one of two things will happen. She'll either continue having sex with you whenever you're available, or she'll completely break up with you and not want to see you anymore. Either way, you're ahead.
Okay. Hey, Tom, thanks a lot. Can you take me out?
Let's say hello to... Look at these calls. There's a lot of them. John on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
All right, John.
I have a positive one-on-one story for you.
Love it.
It all started with my uncle giving me his BMW after he went on a 2-week business trip to Hawaii. You know, I'm looking through the glove box there, and I find a bank abstract that it just so happened to have a $250,000 balance on it, and my name is the same as his, my last name.
Uh-huh.
So I ripped off all the information that I don't want the girl to see, his social security number, you know, bank numbers, whatever. And I go out to a nice North Shore of Long Island bar, and this gorgeous blonde is there, and I write my name, number on it. The next morning, there's a message from her on my answering machine.
Uh-huh.
So I played it kind of cool. I didn't call till like 3 days afterwards. Picked her up in the BMW. She was all over me like white on rice. Right on. I put on my fake Rolex. I have a fake Rolex for occasions just
Did you
like
buy that down on Canal Street? Where'd you get that?
Oh, well, my buddy picked it up for me.
Fell off a truck?
Maybe. I don't know about that. But, you know, all those negative callers. I mean, I'm 35 years old. These guys are like 10, 15 years younger than me. They should be having fun the way I am, man. I'm getting more tail now because of you than I did when I was 17, 18 years old.
I love that.
It's a beautiful thing, Tom. And let me tell you, I had to get rid of it because my uncle came back a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But I had the greatest time, and it didn't cost me one nickel. When I mean one nickel, I mean not even a tip for the men's room guy. Not even $1.
I love it.
I used his gas card and everything.
I am so proud of you.
It's all because of you, buddy. And all you young guys out there, wherever you are, just listen to this man because this man is serious.
John, thank you so much for that success story. It's Leykis 101. We have another hour coming up at 1-800-5800-TOM.
The Tom Leykis Show.